Most SMMA cold outreach methods don't really work anymore in 2026. Yes, you can still book calls and close some clients using cold DMs, cold emails, cold calls, but it's much slower and you get much lower quality clients than using the method I'm about to tell you about. So let's jump into it, but first I really want to drive this point home. Why does normal cold outreach not work anymore? First of all, business owners get spammed down. SMMA has become such a common business to run, especially in those more competitive niches like eCom, anything related to beauty. Those business owners get like 5 to 10 emails a day and like 2 to 3 cold calls every single day. So you're just not breaking through the noise if you're doing the exact same thing as everyone else. Number two, with the normal cold outreach methods, you get a much lower close rate because people don't trust you when they jump on the call. They feel like they are doing you a favor by jumping on the call, hearing you out, potentially becoming a client. So the power dynamic is completely off. They are much more demanding because, again, they don't have any personal relationship to you. They don't trust you. So they will be demanding much more of you once they actually become a client. And they churn much quicker because they are less lenient. So the first time you fuck something up, trust me, they will be leaving you. So all of these reasons make cold outreach a less than optimal way to get clients. Yes, as I said, you can get clients, but they will be a pain in the ass to manage and they will churn much quicker. So I have a new method that kind of solves for all of these issues, and that is sending cold looms. Now, hear me out. It is a fairly resource intensive strategy, but it got my agency to 50K a month. So we scaled from 0 to 50K a month using cold looms. So I know they work. I have several people I help with cold looms right now, and they are actively booking calls. So it's still valid as ever. So the way it works is that you record a personal Loom video for each prospect. So instead of spamming down, like thousands or tens of thousands of people every single day with emails, you only send 30 a day. And in the first initial email, you send a Loom video. You don't ask them for permission to send the Loom video because people aren't stupid. They know that when you are asking for permission to send the Loom video, you will then record the Loom video and send it over. You don't actually have it ready yet, but if you send it in the first email, you show that you have put in the effort, you actually care, and that's kind of what differentiates you from all the other outreach that these people are getting on a daily basis. It's sent by email. So you find their email, you drop it in their inbox. You can also drop it in their LinkedIn DMs if you can find that person on LinkedIn. Just basically, we have to make sure that they actually see the video because that's where the actual magic happens. Why it works is that you are providing value without expecting anything in return. So the way the video is structured, which I will get back to in a second, you are giving them value, you are giving them tips, tricks, without actually expecting anything in return. We have a very soft CTA at the end, which is like, if you want to book a call, let's do it. If not, I don't really care. You're not pushing the person to do anything. You're not suggesting any times immediately. You are very low key, which is like a breath of fresh air for these business owners because, again, they get spammed down with these like very direct, very strong pitches every single day. So when you come through and just give them value and give them a soft CTA, they're actually much more likely to book because they are on a psychological level so tired of this constant outreach and constantly being pitched, and you're not actually pitching them anything. Second of all, if they book, it's because they actually want to, which is a direct result of you giving a very soft CTA. You're not pushing them to do anything. So if they book it, it's because they actually want to talk to you, which completely flips that power dynamic that I was just talking about on the last point. It feels like you are doing them a service by jumping on that call and showing what you have to offer, not the other way around. So it kind of solves for all of the other issues. They have more trust in you. So when they actually become a client, they are much more lenient because, again, they have more trust to begin with. So they will allow you to fuck up more times. They are less likely to churn. They will pay you more. It solves for all of these other issues just by flipping the power dynamic. As I said, they pay 3K a month plus. They are much higher ticket. The average client at my agency is at close to 6K a month now. So on average, clients pay us $6,000 a month. I wouldn't expect to start at that level because we are doing over 100K a month at this point, but 3K a month plus, easy, when you are using Looms, very hard when you are just doing normal outreach. That's when you are going to be haggled on price, and you'll be signing clients paying like $1,000 a month. Next, as I said, clients have more trust and they are less demanding, so they are just nicer clients to work with. Your life will be better once you actually sign those clients. You won't be afraid of opening your email inbox to see what kind of shitty emails you've gotten today. It just makes your life happier. It will make you want to return to work. It will therefore make you want to work more, scale your agency better. So it has these like psychological effects on you as well. And it said less churn, more lenient clients. They stay with you for longer. You don't need as many sales calls. So because you're not replacing clients every month, you can only book, a couple sales calls a week, and your agency will still grow on a monthly basis because clients aren't churning. So when churn isn't part of the equation, acquisition becomes so easy, and growing the agency becomes inevitable. By the way, if you want access with implementing any of these systems in your own agency, I work with agency owners like yourself one-on-one to help you scale. Reach out to me on Instagram if that sounds interesting. If not, I don't really care. See what I did there? Let's get back into the video. So how it's done. How do we actually record these videos? How do we send them out? How does the system work? Well, you source 30 leads a day. 30 is a number I've found to work pretty well in terms of lead volume daily, because when you record more, your voice kind of begins breaking. At 30 leads a day, you spend about 2-something hours recording those looms per day. So you are able to talk for basically 2 hours straight without any, like, seeing any real issues. But when I've tried pushing it to 40, my voice just began breaking down. I struggled with actually like saying the words, and it just went really down in quality. So 30 a day is what works really well. You only want to source the most relevant and the highest quality leads. This is important because this is a strategy where we are giving a lot of value. We don't want to be spamming down everyone that has a business. We want to be very specific in who we target. We want to only go for the most relevant and the highest quality leads, because you deserve to get those leads when you are having this approach and giving people value. So put yourself kind of on a pedestal here. Think that you deserve more than you maybe think you do, and source the actual best leads. Trust me, it will really have an impact when you actually begin closing, because it's much cooler to close a bigger brand that's spending more on ads, that's paying you more, just by sourcing a different set of leads than, sourcing everyone and their mom basically, and closing some shitty clients, even though you'll maybe close them quicker. But whatever, going on a tangent here. So the way you record those looms is that you download the Loom app on your computer. So it's not in the browser, it's on the actual desktop. You set it to be 1080p. You start the recording. The first 20 to 30 seconds should be just a quick intro saying, hey, I'm Alex. I just stumbled on your website. I had some cool ideas for how you can make your ads better. Just wanted to run you quickly through it. Then you spend 2 minutes giving value. So you have their website in front of you, that you have their Facebook ads library in front of you. So Facebook makes all ads available on the internet. So you can just search them up and you will see what kind of ads they are running at that time. You go through those ads, you give them feedback on what you think could be improved. There's usually 5 or 6 things total that everyone does wrong. Creative volume, creative diversity, technical setups, what kind of targeting they're using, how big the ads are, maybe they're being cropped in the wrong way. So just stuff like that. You go through it, 2 minutes of giving value. And at the end, as I said, you have 20 to 30 seconds of just giving a soft CTA. You say, I have a ton more ideas. I'd love to share them with you. If you want, we can jump on a call and I'll walk you through them. If not, completely understandable. Have a great day. So again, low pressure. You don't actually force them to do anything. You give them the option to book and make it feel like if they don't book, it's completely fine, because that is what flips that power dynamic that I was just talking about. And the most important thing when recording the Loom is to make it seem natural and like you just stumbled over their website. So you don't want to be using a camera like this one that I'm using that looks professional. You just want to be on your laptop. Looks like you're just, randomly scrolling the internet and you found their website. You decided to record a video. You don't want to make it feel forced or like you are actually sourcing from a list. So of course, remove all the tabs you have. Don't have a tab called Loom sourcing list or something that is visible when you are recording the Loom, because that's just a dead giveaway. So make it look natural. You send those videos out using Lemlist. And this is also pretty cool. So Lemlist is an email like outreach software, and they have this pretty cool feature where you can make customized pictures within the email. So you have the text within there, you have a customized picture, then you have more text. And the way we make this picture is that the background is their website. So you can give Lemlist the website. It will automatically pull the website from the person's email. So if their email is john@thedogacademy.com, whatever, it's going to use the Dog Academy and pull in a screenshot of their website. Then on top of that, you have your like profile picture, basically. Like, it looks like you are talking, and then you have a play button in the middle of the video. I hope I'm explaining this well. So it looks like a preview of your video. You have you in the corner speaking, you have their website on the background, and then you have an actual like play button in the middle. So it looks like it's an actual video embedded into the email, and when they click that video, they get sent to your actual Loom. This is so crazy for click-through rates because people feel like they are about to watch a video in their email. They click it, they still get the video, but it's just kind of like a clickbait way to get people onto the Loom, which is what we actually want to do. We want to get as many people to watch the Loom. We're not sending them to any phishing links, so it's not like morally wrong in any way. You're just helping people out basically and getting them to watch the video that you know is valuable for them. So really use this tactic. The like video preview has been a game changer for increasing the Loom view rate for myself. Next, you warm up your email using Lemwarm. So you should have some kind of email that's not a Gmail account. It should be like john@curveagency.com or whatever. You warm it up using Lemwarm, which is also a feature created by Lemlist. You just connect it, it begins like automatically sending emails back and forth between other Lemwarm users. So you're constantly creating action in your account, sending like 10, 15, 20 emails a day back and forth, which looks like you're like actively using that email, which warms it up, makes it less likely that you actually end up in spam or in like the marketing tab of their Gmail account when they actually go to see it. And as I said, if you are able to find the person on LinkedIn, I would also DM them the link to this video there. This can be done by a VA. You should probably be already having a VA in your agency for stuff like this. Just ask her to find the person, send the connection request, and have the Loom video in that connection request. So I hope all of this makes sense. As I said, this got my agency to 50K a month, such a valuable way to reach out to clients. It solves for all of the issues with client churn, client leniency, close rate on the sales calls. It kind of feels like a cheat code, especially when I discovered it and began doing it and booked like 30 calls in the first month and began closing like crazy. So use it wisely. If you want my help with scaling your agency by implementing systems like these, everything that has to do with service delivery, acquisition, internal operations, hiring, firing, managing, everything. I've done it all. I've scaled my agency to $125,000 a month. I work with agency owners like yourself to help them scale. So if that sounds interesting, reach out to me on Instagram and let's talk about it. If not, I don't really care. Have an amazing day and thank you for watching.